What is going on, everybody? Here it is, my reaction to the 2022 NBA Draft Lottery. So, like last year, you're just going to get my live reaction. ESPN has kind of cracked down on, I guess, being able to record your live reaction on their watch. Just kind of ESPN.com/watch. So, like, you can hear it. Like, here's for an example, like, you can hear it. Right? But unfortunately, you won't be able to see it as much. So, yeah, unless something happens here, but I don't think I tried like incognito. Unfortunately, it won't be able to work. But when it starts and I'm silent, yeah, you're going to be able to listen in and then hear my immediate reaction. And I'll kind of say what pick went where just to follow along. So I think basically this has become, at least in my eyes, the Chet Holmgren sweepstakes. I think he's going to be the #1 pick to really any team. Like, I think Orlando would take him. Houston would take him. Detroit would take him. If you're looking, like I have it up here, I'm pretty sure like Indiana would probably take Chet Holmgren. OKC definitely would. Portland, like if they don't trade the pick, I think they take him. The Pelicans, I think pretty much any team that gets the #1 overall pick would take Chet Holmgren. You could maybe make an argument for Indiana that they could look for a 4 next to Turner or a 4 next to DeAndre Ayton if they pull off a trade like that down the line. But I think it's going to be Chet either way. They're headlining Paolo Banchero and Jabari Smith as some of the other options that could potentially go. So pretty much there's only one protection thing. The Pelicans are going to get the Lakers pick if it is picks, I believe, between 1 and 10, which it has a 99.6% chance it's going to the Pelicans and it will be in that top 10. If it's 11 or 12, it will go to the Grizzlies, but that means we would probably have multiple, like 3 or 4 teams behind them jump up, which is just not going to happen because the Knicks have like a 2% chance of getting #1 and they come in at the 11th best odds. The Clippers are at 12, Charlotte at 13, Cleveland at 14. So what my hopes are, as they're going to be doing their kind of warm-up and everything. I mean, we probably won't even know the pick till probably 8:25 Eastern time. But yeah, I want the Knicks to move up. They have a 2% chance of getting the #1 overall pick. I believe they have a 9% chance of getting into the top 4. I just want the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Charlotte Hornets, the Clippers to the Thunder picks to be normal. I need maybe the Knicks to shake things up at 11, but if one of those teams jumps up and gets insanely lucky, the Knicks are going to drop from 11 to 12, which is just like the worst case scenario. I mean, the Obi Toppin year, I think they dropped from like 6 to 8. They dropped from 1 to 3 in 2019. Last year, obviously, we know that they made the playoffs, so they were not in the lottery. So the Knicks are back here in the lottery. And I always wear my RJ Barrett. I've been wearing it every lottery, and I've always been wearing it forwards, and they have yet to move up, or at least in the Obi year, and I believe last year. So, or at least during the draft last year. So I'm going to wear it backwards, and maybe that's going to change some of the mojo and the vibes here. The Knicks have a 2% chance of winning the lottery, 9% chance at moving up. And yeah, I would love Chet Holmgren. I think he's going to be the clear #1 pick. He'll get his maybe Giannis comparisons due to his kind of frame coming into the league. He just needs to get stronger. He needs to put on weight, and I think that's teachable. It's not like you need to teach this kid a jump shot or how to play defense. He can be an elite shooter in this league. He can have an elite inside post game, and he can be an elite defender, such one of the best shot blockers in the league. If he turns into Rudy Gobert, would you spend the #1 pick on that? Who knows? But he's going to be a much better scorer and shooter than Rudy Gobert. And then I think it gets interesting to see who #2 is going to be. I think Jabari Smith would be the favorite, but depending on the team, maybe they like Jaden Ivey. Maybe they like Shaedon Sharpe. Maybe they like Paolo Banchero. I think Chet's my #1 player, and I think he will go 1, but I don't think that's a definite. Some of these teams could like those other 4 players I mentioned. Shaedon Sharpe might get draft combine hype because there's no college film on him. He went to Kentucky this year, and he ended up kind of going out of it and not really playing, or he didn't play at all for them, but it was able to declare for the draft. So yeah, basically I am just hoping that the Knicks move up. I'm not really expecting it to. If they move down, I'll be pissed because that means either the Thunder via the Clippers, the Charlotte Hornets, or the Cavs got insanely lucky. I just need that insane luck to go to the Knicks. If they stay at 11, it is what it is. I mean, that's where they were projected to be. Yeah, it is unfortunate ESPN cracked down, but I want my live reaction, and I can't like wait till they upload it to YouTube because I just need to see it right now. So basically, those are my pre-draft thoughts, or my pre-lottery thoughts. You're seeing me in a good place. If the Knicks move down, I'll be pissed. Stay at 11, I'll be like, whatever. If they move up, I will probably scream. So there's a headphone warning for that. And yeah, they're going to be going through their intros. I'll see you guys when they're going to start the lottery. All right, so first one should be Cavs, followed by Charlotte, then the Thunder.
And good luck, everyone. The 14th pick in the 2022
Cleveland.
NBA Draft, presented by State Farm, will go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right, they didn't jump up. Give me Charlotte.
The 13th pick belongs to The
Charlotte Hornets. Okay. Give me OKC here.
12th will be
Okay.
the Oklahoma
Come on,
City
Knicks. Knicks are up. Knicks are up. Can we go? Can we get the luckiest lottery luck ever? Come on. Out of all the 2K lotteries.
goes to
Damn it.
the New York Knicks.
Ugh. All right, whatever. Damn it.
Pick number 10 will be made by
It should be Washington.
the Washington Wizards.
Okay, it's Washington.
As yet, pick still going according to form.
All right, I can't be too
The
upset.
9th pick goes to the San Antonio Spurs.
No surprises. 8 should be the Pelicans. Watch them get lucky
Will be
again.
made by
No way, it's the Pelicans, right? Oh, it is. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay.
New Orleans receives this pick.
New Orleans get 8
because of the Anthony
from-
Davis trade.
from the AD trade.
the 7th
Should be
pick,
Sacramento. I want Sacramento to move up.
the Portland Trailblazers.
Hey, Sacramento moved up. Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy for Kings fans, man. I'm happy. Sabonis looks good. Dazed.
Pick number 6 goes to the Indiana Pacers.
Only one envelope remaining before we know all of the teams in the top 4.
Someone's got to move up. OKC or Detroit's moving down, or Orlando.
The Detroit Pistons.
Okay. I mean, can I still get my Jaden Ivey dream right there?
Number 4, Sacramento.
Okay, so you have Sacramento, OKC, Orlando, and Houston in that final 4. All right. So there was 2 surprises as Sacramento jumps up, and that was it. Sacramento jumps into the top 4. Detroit falls out of the top 4. Detroit goes to 5. Portland goes to 7. And the final 4 right now are Houston, Orlando, Detroit, and OKC. Okay. OKC, Chet, that would be sick if they can get Chet. Orlando, I would like to see win the lottery here because, Orlando or OKC, I'm a fan of the small markets, or Sacramento. Houston, I don't really need to see them win the lottery, but I'll be happy for them. Chet and Jalen Green would be sick going forward. If I had to predict the final 4, I think Orlando wins. I think Houston got 2 last year. Orlando 1, OKC 2, Sacramento 3, Houston to 4. From what I remember, Knicks dropped from 1 to 3 in 2019. When they just implemented these new odds. 2020, the Warriors dropped from 1 to 2. I believe the Rockets dropped from 1 to 2 last year. I think they had the best odds. So I think it's time we see the first overall pick drop to 4. Since we didn't drop to 5 in 2K. Maybe stop doing that. It clearly hasn't happened yet in real life. So yeah, that is my prediction. Orlando 1, OKC 2, Sacramento 3, and Houston 4. I won't really say who I think will go to each team because that might not even happen. But yeah, the Knicks had 11. Literally, Washington didn't move up. San Antonio didn't move up. The Pelicans didn't move up. Sacramento at 7. That was the sweet spot. I think the Pelicans, she mentioned, they were the 8th projected pick when they ended up getting up to get Zion. They had a 6% chance at winning. This time it's the 7th overall. I feel like that's the sweet spot. And you're more lucky to get the number 1 pick there than 4 or 5. But hey, OKC still has a shot. I would love to see, I think, Chet in OKC, Orlando, or Sacramento. I guess they got Şengün and they got Woods. So Houston, I think, would be cool. I don't know really how these teams are going to go. I'm going to have my first mock draft out tomorrow, so you'll know who I have going where. Yeah, it's kind of boring when your team's got no chance of moving up. If the Knicks were 8, I would have had a little bit more hope, even if they moved down. Portland is technically got screwed a little bit. They dropped from 6 to 7, but really Detroit got screwed the most. They dropped from 3 to 5, so they miss out on one of maybe the top bigs in Banchero, Jabari, or Holmgren. Shaedon Sharpe or Ivy, 2 potential shooting guards that fit perfectly next to Cade Cunningham. I know Ivy needs the ball in his hands and Cade, but just having 2 playmakers, it's good to see. We're seeing it work out with the Mavericks. You have Luka, and then you have Dinwiddie and Brunson who need the ball in their hands to be kind of effective, and it's working for them. So I think that would be great. If Ivy's there 5, I'll talk about this in my mock draft video. All right, here we go. Let's see who wins the lottery.
NBA draft, might it be Sacramento, Oklahoma City, Orlando, or Houston? Joining us once again to announce the order of the top 4 picks is NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum.
I want Sacramento or Orlando to win it.
The fourth pick in the 2022 NBA Draft presented by State Farm goes to the Sacramento Kings.
Okay. Last year, same thing happened, I think, with the 4th overall pick. They jumped into it, but stayed at 4. I think Toronto.
Goes to
Houston. Welcome to my feeling in 2019, 1-3.
the second pick will be made by the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that means
Orlando Magic.
in the 2022
Oh.
NBA Draft goes to the Orlando Magic.
You know what? I'm happy for Orlando, man. One of the smaller market teams. They get the number 1 overall pick. Yeah, Sacramento had that same kind of luck as the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers were further down, and they jumped to pick 4 in 2019. 2020, I think Charlotte and Chicago got that luck, and they moved up. I think Chicago jumped in there to number 4. And last year, more notably and recently, where the Raptors jumped into the top 4, but just stayed at 4. So Sacramento at 4, Houston at 3, OKC at 2, and Orlando at 1. I really thought OKC was going to get it this year, but they ended up with the number 2 overall pick. They need a big, so hey, they're in a perfect position to get Jabari Smith or Banchero, but hey, maybe Holmgren doesn't go 1. Do they see Holmgren and Carter Jr. can work together? I think so, because Holmgren can space the floor. But yeah, the final order is Magic 1, Thunder 2, Rockets 3, Kings 4, Pistons 5, Pacers 6, Trailblazers 7, Pelicans 8, Spurs 9, Wizards 10, Knicks 11, Thunder 12, Hornets 13, and Cavs 14. Well, hope you guys did enjoy my reaction. I didn't really have a dog in the fight after the 11th overall pick, but I'm happy to see that Sacramento got some luck this year. And yeah, they get the 4th pick. Houston drops from 1-3. Hey, I know you're feeling Rockets fans. I do. Thunder went from 4-2, so you can't complain about not getting number 1 because you got lucky there. And Orlando goes from 2-1. So shout out to them. Thank you for watching. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy. My lottery or post-lottery mock draft will be out tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.